I'm Lizzie.
I'm Mary.
I'm Sebastian, and we're doing our project on Cobia.
We decided to do our project on cobia because of the unique way that they are caught recreationally.
And also because we noticed that we hadn't been seeing them as often in markets and restaurants, and we wanted to know why.
We were originally going to do a PowerPoint, but decided that was boring, so we did a skit instead to make it more entertaining, because you learn better that way. Settle down now. Settle down. No more talking. Alright, good morning, class.
Good morning, Mr. Prawn.
We have some guest speakers today from the University of Florida, and they're going to come talk to you about a fish called a cobia. Alright, now I want you to give them their undivided attention, okay?
This is gonna be so boring.
Okay, class, now be on your best behavior for these presenters, okay?
Hi guys, thanks for letting us come present to you today. We're going to talk to you about a fish called cobia. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of a cobia or seen one. Okay, great. Raise your hand if you can tell me what it looks like.
Yeah, I've seen one before. It was brown.
Yes, it's brown. Okay, so not only is it brown, but it can also be grayish or silvery in color. It has a dark black band that goes across its eye, all the way back to the top part of its tail. It's considered fusiform bodied, so it has a torpedo-like body, and it's countershaded, so the top half is darker than the bottom half, which is to ensure that prey from below can't see it as it's coming to get them.
Dang, that chick's hot.
In addition, it has an anal fin and two dorsal fins. The first dorsal fin has 7 to 9 spines. The second can be identified by having 28 to 33 rays that you can count individually. And the spines are separated and not combined with a membrane. The anal fin is similar to the second dorsal fin, and the caudal fin is lunate, which means it's shaped like a crescent moon, and the top lobe is longer than the bottom lobe.
Yeah, are cobias sharks?
So actually no, it is not a shark, although it looks similar because it has that predator-style torpedo body. In addition, it eats similar things to what a shark eats. For example, it'll eat squid, bigger fish. It also eats crabs, and that is one of the reasons that it's known for following sharks and rays around, because similar to remora, it will scavenge on the leftovers from whatever the shark or ray eats.
Are you single?
Next question.
Are you single?
And we can talk about the recreational fisheries now. So if any of you have ever been fishing before, you know that there's certain regulations that you have to follow when you go fishing. Recreationally, when you're catching cobia, you have to make sure that they are 33 inches or greater. And when you're catching them, you can only catch 1 per person per day or 6 per vessel per day, whichever is less. And actually right now, as of January 24th, you can't catch cobia from Georgia to New York because of their migratory patterns. So they're only open to catch recreationally in Florida currently. And the annual catch limit recreationally is 860,000 pounds. While there isn't a high demand currently, in the past they have been commercially overfished. As you can see here in the 90s, there was over 400,000 pounds of cobia caught commercially, which is why there's such a great decrease, because they were overfished.
Man, graphs is boring. I don't want to see no graph in front of me.
Commercially, there isn't really a big demand for cobia because they are very solitary, and so it's really hard to catch them commercially. But in the South Atlantic regions around Florida, there's a 2 fish per person per day catch limit. So for every person that you have on a commercial boat, you can only catch two fish. And they also have the same 33-inch fork length size limit, and you cannot catch them with drift gill nets. The commercial fish annual catch limit is 70,000 pounds for the Atlantic region, and it's so low because there's not a huge demand for them commercially. This is the recreational catch history of cobia. It's been pretty even throughout, and recreationally they haven't really been overfished. They've been pretty well within their limits. So cobia are mostly caught recreationally, and this is because they're really fun to catch recreationally. A lot of people will go out spearfishing for them, or they'll use drones to go find rays or bull sharks that they're following, and they'll go and catch them that way. And they're a really strong fish, so they're really fun to catch. And we actually have a video for you guys to watch people catching cobia in this way. Dang, look at that shark.
Oh man, he crazy. Okay, so has anybody caught a cobia before?
Yeah, I caught one with my stepdad once. It was brown.
That's right, very good. Cobia are distributed across the world in the red area here. So it's warm, like tropical, subtropical, temperate waters. So it's warm, but it's not super cold. Around 68 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And they are seasonal migrators, so they travel from all the way up to near Florida throughout this entire area. The habitat of cobia are typically continental shelf and offshore reefs, so not super deep water, but they have been known to be at 4,000 feet, which is pretty crazy because that's really deep. They're attracted to floating debris and structures in the ocean. They also have been known to follow rays, sea turtles, and even sharks.
Thank you guys for listening to our presentation. We really appreciate you guys paying attention, and we hope that we've inspired you to go out and maybe catch a cobia.
All right, class, now wasn't that lovely? Let's give them a big round of applause now.